violation of a team rule. He's not in uniform, but is on the bench as J.D. Wallace will jump center with Arinze Akinwenze for Valley, and the Panthers control the tip. Thanks for spending part of your Monday night with us here on the PVMU Sports Network. Hamilton over to Ellis to Blackson, coming off the big game on Saturday night. Picks up where he left off. Panthers lead 2-0.
Great way to start the game, and Blackston, we want him with the hot hand early.
Scott attacks the basket, scores for Valley. He is ninth in the SWAC in scoring at 13.1 per game and gets Valley on the board as Ellis called for the foul.
And Ellis just was reaching in at that point instead of moving his feet and getting away. If you're not going to move your feet and stop the player, at least try to jump. Don't go in for the body, because whether you touch him or not, it's going to look like a foul.
Got to give him kind of one or the other. Either give him the 2 free throws or give him the layup. Don't give him the layup and a chance for the three-point play as Scott converts 3-2 Valley leads just underway here in the Baby Dome. Full court pressure by Valley. Thompson trying to get it into the front court. 10-second violation, Valley basketball. And one thing, talking to Coach Smith earlier as we did, he talked about the way the teams under Andre Payne plays. Whether they're 0-10, whether they're 10-0, you won't know the difference. They're going to play hard for every single minute of the game. They led Texas Southern at the half on Saturday night. Very similar to the women we talked about earlier. They coming in to try and get a win.
These guys play hard for 40 minutes, and unfortunately, they've never been able to come over that hump. But you're so right. They have so many key elements to their team that it's really important to play solid defense. And this is a team that started out preseason with several players that are no longer here, about 6 players. So having to make those type of adjustments, I'm sure, has been a difference in their season.
And that's a tough transition when you lose players during the season, almost starting over, as Blackson a bit shaken up, trying to battle for that loose ball, hitting the head again, becomes out with the board, reach, no foul. Blackson attacks, is tripped, draws the foul, and will shoot 2.
And Blackston, similar to Shayla Dobbins, love to penetrate, but they get beat up a lot. Most of the times you're going to find them getting hit or knocked over on the ground.
So the foul called on the floor. No shot attempt for Blackson. Hamilton to throw it in. Into Ellis to Blackston. Panthers trail 3-2. Just underway here from the Baby Dome. Thompson knocks down his first jumper, coming off a season-high 15 in Saturday's game versus Arkansas Pine Bluff.
Nice 15-foot jumper by Thompson. We definitely want to see production out of him tonight. He had a big game, as we mentioned, so to really get him started is going to be key.
Jordan Evans, second leading scorer for Valley, knocks down the 3. 6-4 Delta Devils. 18-15 to play in the first half. Hamilton back to Blackson, who will set up the Panther offense. To Ellis, little float in the lane, up and in. First points for Iwan Ellis, and we are tied at 6.
That floater was kind of high. It looked almost as if it slips, but hey, a basket is a basket, right?
Loose ball, oh, absolutely. Corralled by Hamilton up to Blackson, knocked away. Panthers will maintain possession. Correction, it will be Delta Devils basketball. Panthers open conference play with home wins over Alcorn State and Southern. Nearly pulled off a 29-point comeback at Texas Southern a few weeks ago before losing by 6. We're on the road, suffering losses at Grambling and also Jackson State before nearly pulling off a 25-point comeback on Saturday night here versus Arkansas Pine Bluff. Valley looking for their first win of the season. Evans for 3, knocks it down.
That was a great shot by Evans, way beyond the arc, but PV has to find the the shooters. They have to find the scorers, and Valley can shoot the ball. They're streaky with shooting,
yes,
with their scoring ability, but you don't want to leave anybody wide open.
All 9 of their points coming on a trio of three-pointers as they lead 9-6 with 17:15 to play in the first half. Hamilton to throw it in to Blackston. Thompson trying to get that shot off, knocked down his first jumper. Did Troy. Back to Ellis, back to Thompson, 15 to shoot. Gets inside, pulls up from 15, off the mark, tracks down his own rebound. Blackston, top of the key three. Too strong. Rebound Valley as Allen comes out with it for the Delta Devils. (9-6). Panthers trail 16-40 and counting in the first half. Trying to pull off the Devil double after the women's team defeated the Devilettes 78-73. Big rebound for J.D. Wallace. 3 consecutive games with 10 or more rebounds. Hamilton attacks, has it blocked, out of bounds, will maintain possession with 22 on the shot clock. We mentioned Valley winless on the season. 0-6 in conference play, did take Southern to overtime last Monday before falling to Southern 78-70. Lost at Texas Southern on Saturday night, 91-77, but did lead at the half as Hamilton misses the 3. Offensive board for the Panthers. Thompson to Blackson, trying to get inside, and they'll call Gary for the offensive foul.
That was a good penetration. He just extended his hand at the last minute a little too much.
That will bring in Shaquille Preston off the bench, replacing Troy Thompson.
Shaquille, especially early on, you don't want to have to come back. It's important to have that locked-in focus now.
No, 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 no. You walked in with the basketball. It's Panthers ball. Nah, this D1 ball. This is not street ball, backyard. I'm going to step on the line. He literally walked in across the line. So we get the turnover right back.
Talk about a brief mental lapse.
Right on cue, unfortunately.
He just mentioned that he dropped it. His coach is over there upset like, are you in college?
Right. Panthers back on offense. Hamilton for 3. Knocks it down. First points for Zach Hamilton. We need to get Zachary Hamilton going. Just 10 combined shot attempts in the last 2 contests.
And we need more from him. He's one of our main scorers. So getting him the ball is key on offense.
Creighton misses for Valley. Panthers in the front court. Preston, and Valley draws the 3rd charge of the night, this time called against Shaquille Preston. That'll be his first. 5 team fouls against the Panthers in the first 6+ minutes.
And I think that was a charge because he decided not to shoot it. If he went straight up, he could have probably avoided that.
13-9. Valley in front. 13-40 and counting in the first half. Panthers led early 2-0 before Valley went in front. Jumper off the mark by Phillips. Rebound Preston. Up ahead to Blackston. 1-on-4. He will attack anyway. Gets the floater up and in.
That's something that Blackston does very well, that pull-up jumper, and it's so beautiful to watch.
4 now for Blackston. And a timeout called by
right now and deliver on what we need.
Nate Nahirny checks in for Valley. Junior from Houston, transferred from Jacksonville Community College. So Valley will throw it in after the 30-second timeout as we approach 13 minutes to play in the first half. Delta Devils lead 13-11. Cross-court pass, the fake, the shot up, no good by Allen. Out of bounds to the Panthers.
And good thing. The Panthers did not do a good job by stopping Nate Nahirny, who created his own lane on the left side. That cannot happen. The help has to come over, and then there was no one helping, dropping on the back end. We have to tighten up that defense, or else we'll allow too many points.
Austin Starr checks in for the first time for the Panthers. Looking to tie with the 2, take the lead with the 3. Thompson knocks down the 3. He has 5, his first 3 of the night. Panthers back in front, 14-13, 12.5 to play in the first half.
That's big by Thompson to come off the bench and contribute like that.
5 now for Thompson. Inside pass knocked away. Blackson comes up with it. Ball knocked away from him. Stolen by Allison. Shot up and somehow goes in by Scott. He now has 5. Valley back in front, 15-14. Letting them play a little bit in the first 8 minutes. We'll see how that plays out. Blackston drives inside, pulls up for the jumper, and gets the home gym bounce. Looking for the three-point play. Good aggressive move by Gary Blackston. 16-15, Panthers back in front. No, traveling by Phillips. It'll be Panthers ball when we come back with 11:47 to play in the first half. Ready. Right now, get 20% off all drinkware, tumblers, water bottles, mugs, and more through January 29th. Get 20% off only on the official online store for Panther Athletics, pvpanthersgear.com. Thompson attacks the basket, kicks it out to Starr. Corner 3, off the mark. Thompson, the offensive board, put back, blocked out of bounds by Allison. Panthers will maintain with 15 to shoot. We get a shot clock reset. With 11:32 to play in the first half. Panthers 7 of 11 shooting, out-rebounding Valley 9-1.
And that has been the saving grace for this game thus far, with all the lead changes and having 4 more turnovers than Valley.
Thompson out top to Blackston. Already with 6 in the contest. Crossover. Jumper from 17. Rims out. Iron unkind. Rebound Valley. Nahirny, cross-court pass to Evans. Back to Nahirny as we approach 11 to play in the first half. Nahirny out top to Akinwenzi. Near side Davis, under 10 to shoot. Good defense on this possession by the Panthers. Akinwenzi falls down. Shot clock violation. Panthers ball. That was a very good defensive possession by the Panthers.
It definitely was. They crowded the middle. They communicated. They moved and switched when it was necessary. And that's a great way to end with no shot. If they can continue playing that type of defense, then this game is promising.
Blackson in the front court looking for Thompson off the curl for 3. No good, but he's fouled and will shoot 3 free throws.
I like the confidence and energy that Thompson is playing with tonight. He really came to perform, and I don't know if it's last game having his burst out game or what it is, but it's really good to see him contributing and adding, being an additional asset to the team.
Season high 15 points in Saturday's loss to Arkansas Pine Bluff. Thompson knocks down the first. Has not regained the form of his first year in a Panther uniform as he gets the second of his 3 attempts here. Last year averaged 10.2 points per game. Had a couple of big games, including 26 at Valley, making 28 at Valley about 1 year ago yesterday. Thompson gets 1 of 2. He has 7 early points. We lead by 3, 18-15, with 10.5 to play in the first half. Ellis back on the floor with Preston, Thompson, Blackston, and Wallace. Nahirny, top of the key 3, knocks it down. Tied at 18. Nahirny showing a little swag. from nearby in Houston with a little finger wag.
That was a nice shot.
Thompson thought about the three, gets it to Ellis inside. Quick ball movement. Thompson gets it back. When you give it, you normally get it back. He does there. Thompson now has 10 points. Panthers back in front, 21-18.
You got to trust your team. Get that ball movement and trust that you'll get it back. If your number's not called this time, you get it next time. But that's a way to be unselfish.
Davis drives, avoids. Wallace misses the layup. Loose ball out of bounds. It'll be Panthers ball. I believe the shot clock should have reset, and they will reset it to 30 with 9:39 to play in the first half. Other scores from around the SWAC. 8 minutes to play in the first half. Alcorn leads Alabama State 33-24. Less than a minute to play until halftime. Southern leads Alabama A&M 32-26. 12 to play in the first half. Texas Southern 13. Arkansas Pine Bluff 10. Nahirny will try it again. Step outside of his range. That one's short. Rebound Thompson.
We can't leave him wide open, though. Even though he hasn't hit a three yet, don't leave him wide open because chances are he'll start hitting them.
Thompson attacks the basket. 12 first half points for Troy Thompson. Something about Valley he likes. 23-18. Panthers lead by 5 as we approach 9 to play in the first half.
Talking about an impressive scoring so far. Hopefully we can keep getting more of that from Thompson.
Three-pointer by Scott. His first three of the night. He has 8. Our lead cut to 2 at 23-21.
And Dante is the Devils' leading scorer as well as leading three-pointer.
Troy Thompson has stepped inside the proverbial zone.
That's just great effort by him on offense. On defense, we got to do a better job on that transition.
Valley comes right back. Scott misses the layup. Followed up for the basket by Emmanuel Ije, 26-23. Tempo starting to pick up. Thompson already with 15 in the first half, tying his season high. And a foul called against Scott of Valley. Ran through J.D. Wallace, who gets up slowly. Hamilton returns, replacing Preston. Panthers 4 of 6 shooting from three-point range. Thompson is 3 of 3.
And if we get Thompson, Blackston, and Hamilton scoring, that's exactly what we need to see right now.
Thompson feeds Ellis to Wallace for the basket. Beautiful basketball by the Panthers.
Great sharing of the ball. That's what happens when you're unselfish. Now get a defensive stop.
28-23. Lead back to 5. Under 8 to play in the first half. Foul called against Blackston. Actually, Phillips called for the foul. The Family and Friends Weekend, March 23rd through 25th. Baseball, softball, PV relays, athletics fundraiser golf tournament, all scheduled from March 23rd through 25th. Make your plans to join us here on the Hill and in Cypress. More information to come on pvpanthers.com. Juan Hood into the game for Prairie View A&M. Also, Austin Starr returning with Thompson, Hamilton, and Wallace. Hamilton with the matchup advantage. Spin move, shot up, and rattles home. 5 points for Zachary Hamilton. Good to see his aggressiveness, Gotti. I think that was missing a little bit on Saturday night.
Oh, definitely, and his patience on offense. He didn't really force it. He got into a good position and took a smart shot.
7-point lead, 30-23, ties our largest of the night. Scott trying to go to work, runs over Starr, called for the foul. And that's 3 fouls on Dante Scott.
Great job by Austin getting in position and being there for that charge. That is something that he does well. He's really able to hurry and get into the great spot to be able to take that.
We'll send Allen to the free throw line. He makes the first. As Blackston and Thompson return, replacing Ellis and Hood. Good minutes for Juan Hood. Knocked down a pair of free throws. Also had an assist. 1 of 2 for Scott, 39-25. Valley wants to press out of the missed free throw. Panthers break it. Thompson into the front court. As we approach 4 minutes to play in the first half. Inside to Thompson. No, I don't think the pivot foot left the floor. That's how I saw it. It was quick.
I agree with you.
3:51 to play in the first half. Panthers still shooting the ball at a high clip, 14 of 22 from the field, just under 64%, 60% from three-point range, 6 of 10, 5 of 7 at the free throw line. Still out rebounding Valley 16-8.
Panthers have been doing a better job on the turnovers, limiting those, and really controlling the tempo of the game.
Thompson answers right back.
Thompson is just a force to be reckoned with tonight. The team just needs to catch up to his play. He is all over the floor, being very productive.
Season high 17 points for Troy Thompson in the first half. Evans floater off the mark, rebound Alexander to Hamilton, to Blackston, into the front court. Goes around Taylor and lays it in. 8 now for Blackston.
Very good body control.
Lead back to 15, 43-28. Oh, that was a travel. Nothing called as Allen banks it in. We've talked about the Euro step, kind of renamed it the North American step. That was a big step, almost maybe the Eastern Hemisphere step. No foul, no travel call.
He did a hop through. He tried to hop through the defense. And in Europe, that would have definitely been a travel. In the States, in men's basketball, you might be able to get away with that.
And certainly he did, as Blackston draws the foul on the floor and will shoot 1-1. Ellis returns, replacing Starr. Blackston 8 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists. And he knocks down the first free throw. Big night for Gary on Saturday. Season high tying 27 points. As he gets both free throws there. As Hood returns for the Panthers, replacing Blackston.
Blackston is ranked 15th in the SWAC in free throw percentage, 66%. Very impressive.
45-30. Lead back to 15, under 3 minutes to play in the first half. Ten points now for Gary Blackston. 3 Panthers in double figures. Backcourt violation. Turnover number 8 for the Delta Devils.
That was a good hustle by Allen. Allen almost broke his neck trying to save that ball, and it almost looked in, but great hustle. You gotta give credit for that type of effort.
Blackston and Thompson return for the Panthers. We had 3 ties, 6 lead changes early before we started raining jumpers to break this game open. A chance to take a comfortable lead into the halftime locker room with 2.5 to play in the first half. Panthers ahead, 45-30. 10 to shoot for the Panthers. Hamilton over the Alexander screen. Trying to find a spot to shoot. Gets to the paint, high off the glass and in.
That was really pretty. He just got to the spot and had perfect touch and placement on it.
13 for Zachary Hamilton. Our lead is 17 with 2 to play until halftime. Phillips around the horn to Taylor, misses the 3. Rebound Blackston. A little contact, no foul. Pull up 3, count it. 13 for Gary Blackston. And the Panthers with half 100 with 1:40 to play in the first half. 20-point lead, 50-30.
Blackson has been very explosive scorer for us, and we look for big play as the season progresses from him. Continuous big play.
Floater, air ball by Phillips. Valley gets the board out of bounds, off the knee. Panthers ball, everything going right for the purple and gold tonight.
Yes, yes, on defense.
In the first half, 20-point lead, 50-30.
Blackson has been very explosive scorer for us, and we look for big play as the season progresses from him. Continuous big play.
Floater, air ball by Phillips. Valley gets the board out of bounds, off the knee. Panthers ball, everything going right for the purple and gold tonight.
Yes, yes. On defense, you want to get stops, and the fact that they're limiting the Valley from taking shots is really good.
Valley only 10 of 25 shooting, just 36%, 4 of 11 from three-point range. Panthers shooting 64%, 18 of 26. Thompson draws the contact and will shoot two. A breakout performance for Troy Thompson. Good to see him have really strong back-to-back games. 15 on Saturday, already 17 in the first half, a chance to make it 19 with a pair of free throws here.
And we know he has that capability. It's kind of like we've been waiting for him to wake up because of his contribution last year. So it's really good that he's showing us this, and this is the perfect time of season. Now just to string a lot of those games along is what will be most important.
Thompson misses the first as Ellis and Hood return for the Panthers. Troy Thompson, 17 first half points. And he rattles home the second free throw. 51-30 Panthers with a minute to play in the first half. As Phillips gets to the paint, banks it in. He now has 5. As the Panthers try to close out the first half with a couple of baskets. Starr trying to get to Thompson. Timeout called by the Panthers, 30-second timeout. And we'll keep it here as head coach Byron Smith wants to draw something up here with 44.8 to play in the first half and 16 with a couple of baskets. Starr trying to get to Thompson. Timeout.
Contributing as possible.
Blackson in the front court trying to use a double screen, top of the key to Hamilton. Off the mark. Rebound Taylor. About a 3.5 second difference between game and shot clock. Now under 30 to play in the first half. Phillips, guarded by Thompson near midcourt, will work some clock. Shot clock now at 10. Good help defense. Pardon me, late foul called against the Panthers.
That's the second personal foul. Number 0, Thompson, teams 10.
Valley trying to penetrate their way back. They've been struggling from the outside, so getting in and trying to draw those fouls is going to be key. And coach is over there frustrated, grabbing all types of players because they're not really hitting free throws. And if you get an opportunity like that, you have to extend as much as possible. They've only missed 3, but it's big.
Certainly when you're down 19, the way the Panthers have shot the ball in the first half. Again, 6 lead changes, 3 ties early. Once the Panthers got hot, broke it open, both free throws missed. Blackson. And that's a foul called against Phillips. And Coach Payne is like, why? Like literally almost stood over him for a second, giving him that long stare that only a coach or a parent will give you.
And Blackson looking like he's seeing stars. That was a pretty hard hit collision that they had, but he's the type of player that is able to focus through that.
He's been knocked around a little bit. We saw him go for a ball early in the first 2 or 3 minutes. Kind of
a lot.
A little woozy, but as you mentioned earlier, he and Sheila Dobbins throw their bodies around with controlled abandon and makes the first free throw. $14 first half points for Gary Blackston. And make it 15 as Hood returns for Blackston, keeping Gary from drawing that third foul with 8.1 to play in the first half. Evans into the front court, pulls up for three, off the mark, pressing the rebound, and a dominant first half for Prairie View in basketball as we take and go home with victory.
Oh, super important. You want to make a statement in this half. You don't want to just leave it to chance. So it's going to be important to not only have your foot on their neck, but push down. That's one thing that we mentioned before the game, as well as getting such a comfortable lead where you can get some of the players on the bench in so they can get some time. So it's, being mindful of your teammates as well.
Valley's ball to start the second half, with Allen working against Scott, back in the game with 3 fouls, misses. Hamilton fouled on the rebound, and they'll call Allen for his third.
That's the third personal foul. Number 23, LaCurtis Allen, team's first.
Valley showing pressure. Panthers break it easily. Thompson, the oop to Ellis.
Pretty dunk by Ellis, making it look easy in that communication with Thompson. Very good look for the Panthers right now. Way to start the half.
Foul on the floor against Blackston. And part of that is, Gary, we're leading by 23. Be aggressive without the contact.
Definitely move your feet, be fundamental, but have fun.
Right.
Now you have an opportunity to have more fun because you're up.
3 for Blackston, jumper in the lane, good by Akinwenze. His first points, 55-34. First minute of play here in the second half, as Nahimi called for the foul, battling for the ball against Hamilton.
Thompson has to watch that pass. That was a little lackadaisical, but the Valley's team is not going to let up. They're going to come hard with that aggressive defense. So you want to make sure your passes are crisp.
Blackston gets to the paint, shot up and in. Gary Blackston, 17 points on 6 of 8 shooting.
Beautiful move.
Yes.
Wonderful ability to initiate that contact and create your own
in the
shot.
Baby Dome, Panthers lead